Yeah, the recording is doing. Okay. Yeah, so as we said that, okay, yesterday we had something called example like fruit, okay, as a class, and then various fruits are like a objects. So in the same way, a class is the formal definition of an object. So it contains some characteristics and all like that. Okay, and then object is the actual memory which is going to happen. Okay, it's an in-memory instantiation of a class. So the class acts as the template from which an instance of an object is created at runtime. So for the class, it is going to create the object. It is going to allocate some memory. Okay, so it's a, if you take something called inheritance, okay, inheritance is a way to form new classes using classes that have already been defined. So the derived classes inherit the attributes and behavior of the base class. So in case if you take fruit, apple, peach, banana, so the fruit will act as a base class. They are like the derived classes. Okay, so these classes will be having the properties from the base class as well. Okay, so in the inheritance is also called a generalization. So here we have something called generalization and specialization. So generalization means the common attributes or common functionality will be placed in the base class, that is the parent class. So that general functionality can be accessed by all the derived classes. So here it is having something called relationship is a relationship. So apple is a fruit. Okay, peach is a fruit. Banana is a fruit, something like that. So now coming to the specialization. So specialization means it is specific to one particular object. Okay, it's not general. It is specific. That means the derived classes will be having specific functionality which is specific only for this particular class. Okay, so uses the inheritance to create the specialization of existing classes, often called subtyping. The derived class has additional attributes that are not part of the inheritance class. Okay, can also override attributes from the base class. So here if you take something called, okay, in the bank account, you will be having account folder. Okay, so this is common. And for the savings account, for the overdraft account also, the account holder name will be common and even common. But interest rate is only specific to the savings account. And the overdraft account limit is again specific to only overdraft. Oh, Managna, how about? Hello? Hello, Managna? Chanakya, are you able to hear my voice?
Yes.
Chanakya and all others are able to hear. Only Shravani is not able to hear. What's the problem? I think. You see here in the volume control.
I think she was mute in volume control audio, I think.
Sorry?
Actually, she was muted in audio, I think.
Yeah, that's what. Here maybe. Okay, if she, this is the like. Okay, this is like, okay, mute and mute. I see one name, something like 1FSJ8PLPJ something. Can you please rename your name here? Okay, you will be having the rename option here. Okay, in the more you can go to rename and you can rename it. May I know who is this? Hello? Okay, I hope others are able to hear my voice, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay. So as we said that, okay, we have something called generalization and specialization. Generalization means the properties which are common or else the functionality which is common will be placed in the base class, and the specialization means the properties which are only specific to this particular class will be placed in the derived classes. Okay, so there are two types of the classes. We also discussed this yesterday, abstract class and concrete class. Okay, so abstract class cannot be instantiated. Okay, concrete class can be instantiated. Okay, so abstract class is a class that is designed only as a base class from which child classes may be derived. So it will only act as a parent class. Why? Because we cannot create the instance for that. So this is something called UML modeling, but the same thing here also. So this is something called a class name, bank account, the properties and the methods. So methods is also called what? Functions. Like yesterday, we have done some kind of the calculation. Add P1 equal to quantity into price. So also called a method. So in Pega, so there is a one class which is ultimate base class. Okay, which is ultimate base class. So everything in Pega will be derived from this class only. Every rule in Pega will be derived from the class only. Okay, so everyone in Pega is going to be have the at base class as a parent class. From the at base class only, all other classes will be extended like work dash, data dash, embed dash. And in the same way, we can also have some other data classes as well, some other classes as well. In case if you create your own class, that will be extended from one of these Pega classes. Okay. Venkat, can you go on mute? Okay. So the abstract class, okay, name by the naming convention, okay, you will be having something called hyphen. Okay, you'll be having something called hyphen which will be ending. So in case if you have big class name, okay, that will be ending with the hyphen and big hyphen HR hyphen. So this says that these are the abstract classes. Okay, whereas concrete class will not end with the hyphen. Okay, if you see here, big hyphen HR hyphen work hyphen time off. So here, how many classes are formed here? Can anyone tell me? Anita or someone?
4 classes.
Exactly. For the first one, 4 classes. For the second one,
5 classes.
5 classes. Okay. So how you are able to say that? Each and every class is going to be differentiated with the hyphen. Right? So big is one class, HR is one class, work is one more class, time off is one more class, and then leave request is the another class. Okay. So here which inheritance has been applied? There are two types of the inheritances, right? Pattern inheritance and direct inheritance. Okay. So this is the pattern inheritance. Why? Because this leave request is having the parent class name as a prefix, and this time off is having the parent class name as prefix. Okay, again, if you take only this much till work, this is having the big hyphen HR as a prefix. So the parent class name will be prefixed with the actual class name. So that is the reason why it is the pattern inheritance. See here. So in the pattern inheritance, big hyphen HR, big hyphen HR hyphen, like that. So big hyphen HR hyphen work dash, likewise. So this is the concrete class. Why? Because this is not ending with the hyphen. And this is the direct inheritance. At base class is the parent class. From the at base class, work dash is one of the derived class, big dash also one of the derived class, data dash also one of the derived class. Okay, so in the big dash, okay, so there is no prefix of the parent class name at base class. So this is the direct inheritance. And even this pattern and direct inheritance will be specified with the arrows, that is also with dotted and again thin. See here, for the pattern inheritance, you will be seeing the dotted arrows. Here, dotted arrows. But whereas for the directed, it will be having the thin line, thin arrows. So again, in this class hierarchy, if you see this dual inheritance, okay, at base class is derived for the big hyphen. So there is no prefix of this class. So it is the direct inheritance. But big hyphen, HR hyphen is having both pattern and direct. Why? Because the big hyphen is there from this, and at the same time, this is also extending from the class work dash. Okay, which is not a pattern. So even for the big hyphen HR hyphen work dash, that is also same thing. Okay, this is the pattern, this is the directed. This is the pattern, this is the directed. So here you should get one doubt. Can you tell me what is the doubt you got? You can get? You should get the doubt in this part. So if you take this class big hyphen HR hyphen, so this is the pattern. Okay, and it is also extending from the work dash. So which is not the prefix of this. So this is the direct. And even for this also, this is the direct. But here, pattern as well as the direct inheritance, both are referring to the big hyphen. Okay, if you want, you can apply the same pattern inheritance class itself as a direct inheritance class. Okay, pattern inheritance itself as a direct class. So you need not confuse, but just remember that this is the pattern inheritance. Parent class name will be prefix. This is the direct inheritance. Okay, like that. This is the dual inheritance. Same thing again he explained here. So if we take something called some corporate company, this is the thing he has applied. And we in Pega, we need to understand two classes mainly. One is the work class and the other one is the data class. So what is a work class means? On which we are going to create the application, on which we are going to create the object is the work class. Okay, like that means applying for the leave, applying for the loan. That is like a one of the work, one of the tasks we are going to perform. Okay, applying for the bank loan. Okay, applying for the savings account. These tasks are called the work we are going to do. And if you take employee details or customer details or else loan details, so they are something called the data of the particular person. Okay, it belongs to that particular work object. So that is the data dash object. So if you want to define work objects, the fundamental unit that records process work in an application is the work object. So the fundamental unit that records processed work in an application. Okay. So fundamental unit. What is the fundamental unit for applying the loan? So first entering the customer details and then submitting the documents. This complete process is a one work object, one fundamental unit. That is called a work object. And always the work object class will be inherited from the work dash object classes. work dash and work dash object classes. So the standard base classes to classes that define work objects. You see here, big hyphen is one of the organization. In that, HR is the department. In that, I'm going to create work. That is the time off. Okay, that is the time off. Under that, leave request. Okay, so under that, we have something called leave request. I hope you are able to understand this class hierarchy. Big is a organization, which is the top level class for my organization. Under that, HR department. Under that, I want to create various works. Okay, that is the time off. Under the time of leave request. So I'm going to, so if anybody wants to apply for the leave, this leave request will be considered. Okay, this leave request will be considered. So for this leave request, okay, as I am going to create the work object, so it should be extended from the work dash object, and which is again in turn is going to be extending from the work dash class. Clear, right? So all our task or fundamental unit will be extended from the work dash object. Why? Because we are going to create the work object. That means we are going to enter some leave request information. Okay. So the standard base classes to classes and that define work objects and contain standard rules that your classes inherit, including properties, activities, and flows. Okay. So we will be having some properties and the activities which will perform some tasks, and then the flows. Okay. Flow means the complete sequence of steps which will be followed. Okay, you see here. This is the class, how exactly it looks in the application explorer. Okay, we have seen yesterday, right? Okay, the type of class you want to create, whether it is a concrete or abstract, and whether it belongs to a class group or this is the class group. And from the class group from which it is going to extend it. And if you want to search the pattern inheritance first, or else the direct inheritance work dash object. Okay, so that's it. So now let's get into our application. So let's log in into the Pega. So now what I want to do is I want to create an application. Okay, I want to create an application for one of the organization. Okay, take for example State Bank of India. Okay, for the State Bank of India, I want to create a insurance application. Okay, I want to create the insurance application. Like otherwise it would be having, okay, vehicle insurance, okay, and again human insurance, term insurance, like that various insurances will be there. Okay, now if you want to create the application, so first you need to log in as a administrator at pega.com, by which we have logged in. Okay, so why administrator at pega.com we need to log in? Why? Because this is the administrator operator, okay, who will be having the complete access into the Pega application. Okay, so initially, okay, before you have any application, first of all, you need to log in as administrator at pega.com, which will be having the password as a install, and then you can create the application for any organization. Okay, so now I want to create the application for State Bank of India. So for creating the new application, select the Pega rules. Under that, you will be seeing the new application. Okay, you will be seeing the new application. You see here, when you want to create a new application, what type of application do you want to build? It is going to ask for us. Okay, so there are various predefined formats available. Whether you want to create it for custom, that means custom means your own functionality. It will not depend on any other thing. Okay, it's like a your own. Okay, otherwise if you feel like that, okay, there is some request approval kind of the application I want to develop, then you can select this. Okay, here one Prestige apps, some application has been created. So based on that, if you want to create, you can select it. And the service request, this is also one more kind of the application. So there are 3 predefined applications are there. On top of that, if you want to create, you can select that. No, I want to create fresh brand, new one. Then you can go for the custom. Okay, then you can go for the custom. So let's go ahead with the custom one. So I want to create everything from scratch. Select custom. So in this, just select use this application type. Okay, use this application type. So the one which I am going to create. So there are two options. In case if you want to go back and change the options, you can go back to all types and again you can change it. But I want to go ahead with the custom one itself. So there are only two buttons. So use this application type. Now it is asking, select the primary device on which you wanted to access this application. Okay, on which you wanted to access this application. So that means whether you want to build the application for tablet, or you want to build the application for mobile, or you want to build the application for responsive. So what do you mean by responsive? I hope everybody is clear about the tablet and mobile. So in case if you want to open this as a mobile app, you can select this mobile app. Tablet means on the tablet device. But what is this responsive? By seeing these images, can anyone guess?
Application should work both in computer and device.
Exactly, 100%. So it should work for both mobile, tablet or laptop or else any other desktop. Okay, it should work for every device. It should not specific to one particular device. So yeah, I want to develop the application which should be able to open and work on any device. So select responsive. And then the colors which you wanted to apply for your application. So there are some predefined 3 types of the colors are there. So default, the colors would be like this, or the gen, the colors would be these 4, nimble. Okay, first let's go ahead with the default. And then name of your application. Okay, the name of the application, what you want to give. Okay, so as I said that, okay, SBI insurance. And here you can just select the create application, or you can also have something called advanced configuration. So advanced configuration means you can give some more options based on which your application need to be created. Okay, some more options based on which your application need to be created. Select advanced configuration. See here. When you select this, okay, it is asking again application structure, how you want it to display, whether it is a framework or it is a implementation. So guys, do you remember what is framework and implementation? Any guess? Any idea? So in the initial class, in my initial class, I told something called, there are some predefined Pega frameworks available based on the industry or based on the domain. Like for insurance, initial will be Pega rules. On top of the Pega rules, you can have the insurance framework, something like that. Insurance framework. Otherwise, you would be having that banking framework, smart investigate, smart dispute, like that. There are various things are there. So smart investigate, smart dispute for banking, okay, insurance and CPM, okay, and again Pega marketing framework. Likewise, there are various frameworks available. So I said framework is like some predefined functionality which you can reuse from this. Okay, so you can either create the application directly, otherwise you can go ahead and use this application, use this framework, so that you need not implement every functionality. So most of the functionality will be available in this framework, and that framework can be used in your application. So in the same way as Pega is providing some predefined framework, you can create your own framework functionality as well. Okay, you can create your own functionality as well. Okay, so that kind of the framework, if you want to create, you can select the framework. So that means I want to create first framework application. Okay, some predefined code, some reusable code which I will be developing here, and later I will be creating the implementation. So implementation means where exactly your functionality will be added. Okay, particular functionality for either personal loan or home loan or else mortgage loan, like that. Otherwise, insurance means in the framework, the common properties I am going to specify which can be accessed for all the vehicle loan, okay, term insurance or else some other insurance. Okay, so let's create this. Application ID, SBI Insure. Okay, and then the version. So this is the first application I'm creating. So it will be having the version 010101. So what is this 01.01.01 means? This version is mainly divided into 3 parts. This is one part, this is the one part, and this is another part. Okay, so major version. Okay, major version, major, minor, and patch version. So like that, there are 3 parts of the versioning will be there. Okay, so what is this major, minor, and patch? You see, even I told you, Pega also releasing many versions from 3.2 to 4.2 to 5.1, 6.2, 7.1, and currently 8.1 is running. Okay, so what exactly is mean by this? And even if you take for each and every higher version, okay, you'll be seeing again various subversions as well. Okay, when it is having 6.02 version. And currently we are learning which version? 07.04. 7.4 we are learning. Okay, so but why sometimes they are giving 7.1 and 7.2 and 7.3, 7.4, or sometimes they are giving directly 08.01. Can anyone guess again? Why sometimes this value is getting increased? Why sometimes this value is increasing? Means, okay, for each and every small future, they are going to release new version. So that is like, okay, if the functionality is initially this one, for example, okay, but the look and feel, everything is almost the same, but they have added just one small feature extra, then they are going to add that functionality in 070102. Again, if they add some more little functionality, then they are giving 070103. But if they add some extra functionality, in that case, they'll be going for minor version. Okay, so major, minor, and patch version, like that. There are 3 things will be there. But if they added completely new features, which is completely not based upon this version, then they will be going for totally major version, 08.01. Okay, so like that. So like that, for each and every version, there will be mainly 3 things. What are that? In this, the first 2 digits, 07, is called major. And 02, this is called
Minor.
Minor, exactly. The 01, the last 2 digits, 01 is called
Patch version.
patch. Super. Major, minor, and patch versions they will be releasing. Okay, so based on the features they are adding, they will be increasing this version. Okay, so currently we are creating the initial version, which is very fresh one. So we will go ahead with the 01.01.01. Got it right? Okay, so this is the framework with the application ID SBI INSUR I'm going to create, and then we need to create the organization name. So what is the organization can be given? So then anything, again, if it is for State Bank of India, you can give either State Bank of India. But here there is a limit of the characters which will be given. Okay, so like that, the application name I am giving SBI Insurance, organization name I am giving State Bank of India. Okay, and so for easy understanding, we will be giving the simple words SBI ORG. And in the SBI ORG, I am going to give one division, SBI GIV and SBI unit. So what is this division and unit in the organization? Can someone tell me?
Maybe they are subclasses.
Yeah, subclasses will be created. That is true. But why we need to have these subclasses?
For using the reusable components.
Exactly, for reusable purpose. That is also correct. But how we need to reuse? Okay, how can we know that these many number of the subclasses we should have? How means, okay, again, if you take something called, okay, the organization is SBI. Okay, so under the SBI, we are going for which thing? Insurance purpose. So that is called a division, insurance division. Okay, along with insurance, what else can you have in the SBI?
Banking.
Exactly, banking, credit card, and then banking. So likewise, so for each and every department, we are going to have something called one division. Okay, under the SBI, we have various divisions. Again, under this division, can we have any other things like that? Under the insurance also, okay, what can have? Vehicle insurance. Okay, under that again we can also have term insurance. Okay, under that we can have personal insurance. Or children insurance. So like that, from SBI insurance, from insurance again, vehicle, term, and personal. Okay, from SBI credit card. Okay, under the credit card, again you would be having so many, like, okay, platinum card, okay, MasterCard. So likewise, you would be having so many. Even in the banking, you would be having, okay, something called savings account and personal account, like that. So likewise, for each and everything, we are going to divide into some organization, division, and that unit. Okay, so likewise, here also, you can have organization, division, and unit also. Okay, so under that organization, again, I have given SBI ORG. Okay, this is the application name which it is going to create it. Okay, this is just an application ID. This is the application name. And this is the class group name. So class group, you remember, right? So what is the class group? Class group is a collection of the classes which is going to save all the classes instances into one database table. Okay, it will act as a parent class for all the child classes. Okay, so and then you can create save. Okay, after save you can create the application. So it is asking what is the operator ID you wanted to give access to this one. Okay, so initially while logging into the Pega, we logged in as an administrator at pega.com. So for logging into the SBI application, so what should be the operator ID? So that you can give, like you can give administrator at sbi.com. Okay, in case if you feel this is very bigger, you can just give admin at sbi.com. Okay, so and you want to act this operator as a admin for SBI application, or you want to act as a author. Okay, author means he will not have the full control on the application. So just select admin and then add it. Okay, so here default email account was not validated. So it is just not validated. That means this operator ID is not existing. So it has just created and it is not validated. So please contact the system administrator. So you can ignore this message. Why? Because it has just created. So admin@sbi.com with the password as AM double quotes 8. So something by default it has given. So in case if you want to see this operator ID and if you want to change the password, how can you change? Means go to the records explorer. Okay, under the records explorer, okay, under the organization category, you will be having something called operator ID. Okay, I hope you remember. Under the records, organization, operator ID. If you select, it will show you all the operators in this Pega environment. So do we have our operator ID? Yes, that is the first one, admin@sbi.com. Just select this. Okay, if you select this, it has opened this operator ID. Okay, so in this operator ID, we can see the functionality or else the accessibility having for this application, for this operator ID. So you see, it has created one access group as well, SBI Insurance Administrator. It has created one application as well. I hope you all are remember about administrator at pega.com also I have shown you. So this is the administrator at pega.com. It contains 2 access groups. Okay, it contains 2 access groups. Okay, so that is the reason why administrator at pega.com is able to switch into 2 applications, Pega rules and again DM sample. Okay, Pega rules and again DM sample. But whereas admin at sbi.com, which we have created just now, he is having only for the application access, that is SBI Insurance. Okay, the one which we have created just now. Okay, so now let's log in into that operator ID. Let's see. So select operator and then log off. Okay, now admin at sbi.com and rules. So can we, is it going to log in? Can we log in into this? It will throw you the error. The information you entered was not recognized. Why? Because I hope you all remember it some junk password, some double quotes, exclamation, those things. So if you give that password, then only it will log in. But I did not remember that. Then how can we log in? So let's go to administrator@pega.com and then install. So now I need to open that operator ID, admin@sbi.com, to change the password. So how can we open that operator ID again? Admin@sbi.com, how can you open? I have shown you, right, how to open that operator ID.
Go to records.
From the records, organization, under the organization, you will be having operator ID. Yeah, if you select the operator ID, it will list out all the operators. But there is one more way to open that operator ID. Okay, there is one more way. So what is that way? Why? Because I have just opened it. Okay, I have just to open the operator ID. So you can also see it in the recents category. Okay, in the recents, it will show you all the rules which you have opened just now. Okay, very recent rules which you have opened. So it's loading. Once if it loads, we can see that operator ID, administrator@sbi.com, admin@sbi.com. It's taking time. think some problem. Okay, right now let's go ahead like this. Organization, operator ID. Okay, here go to security tab. Right now we are in the profile tab. There are 4 tabs. Okay, right now we are on the profile tab. Go to the security tab. Under the security tab, okay, you have something called update password. Okay, so I don't remember that password, so I am giving the new password. So let me give RULES, rules. Okay, so confirm the new password, RULES, rules. Submit. Okay, and then force password change on next login. So next time when he login, so do we want to force him to change? Not required. Why? Because now we already updated it. Remove this checkbox. Save it. Now log off. Let's try admin@sbi.com. Rules, RULES I have given. Yeah, now it's logging into the application. So you see here, if you select the app, okay, so in the app we can see the application. Here also the application name is SBI Insurance Application Framework, which I have created. Okay, the label which I have given for the framework. Okay, so we can also have that. Okay, if you see that switch work pool, you could see only one. Why? Because this operator ID contains only one application for him. So you cannot switch the application like DM sample or Pega sample, you cannot move, as you have the access only for one application. Okay, that is application is also called a work pool, switch work pool. Okay, so if you want to open the current operator ID, so you can also select from here. Okay, select this operator and then operator. So it will again open admin@sbi.com. Okay, so otherwise we can also open from records, organization, operator ID. So from the operator ID, it will list out all the operators. From that also you can select admin@sbi.com. So same thing, it's opening. Okay, either you can go from here, but here you can open only the current operator. But if you want to open any other operator ID, you can go from the operator ID list and select the operator ID. So let's see other options what we have here. Okay, so what is the title? Okay, it's an organization. Okay, first name. Okay, you can give something like that. Last name and full name. Okay, he's the administrator. Job title, phone and email. So by default, it is going to create something called admin@sbi.com, which we have created. Okay, even we logged in as a same thing. Okay, and we also have something called access group and application. So what is this access group and what is this application? Okay, means access group means for any of the operator ID, when you log in, it is going to log in as one of the portal, right? I hope again you all remember. So there are various portals available. This is one of the portal. So this portal name is called developer portal. Okay, this portal name is called developer portal. Okay, from the developer portal, okay, if you want to jump to the any other portal, then launch web service. You see here, you can see various portals available. Case default, case manager, case worker. So like that, various portals by default it is going to create. In case if you want to see that, okay, so okay, just to select that, okay, it will open that particular portal. Then pop-up logged. Okay, now select this. Okay, case manager portal. Yeah. See, it is completely opening another browser window with the case manager portal. So this is the developer portal. This is the case manager portal. Okay, in case if you want to open case worker, the end user, then we can select this case worker. Now it is changing from case manager, it will change to the case worker. See, case worker portal. Okay, that means this admin at sbi.com operator is having access to 4 portals. So where you can specify all those things means you can specify in the access group. Okay, this access group again can combination of 2 things. Okay, so what are those 2 things? If you see the name of the application, it is separated with colon. So the first part is called your application name again. Okay, SBI Insurance. And then the second part is your operator role like administrator. Okay, so if you want to open this rule, this access group again, if you want to see what exactly it contains, you can have something called open icon here. Okay, this is the open icon. If you select this open icon, it will open another tab with the access group. See, here it is showing available portals for this particular operator ID. Okay, for this particular access group, developer portal, the one which we logged in this one, Pega 7 Express portal and PX Express, PY Case Manager 7, PY Case Worker. So likewise various portals available. So these all are the portals this operator can switch from here. Okay, you would ask that, okay, here we have only 3. Why? Because already you are in part of the developer portal. From the developer portal, again, you cannot select another thing. Okay, another developer portal, right? From the developer portal, you can switch to another portal. So these are the 3 and this is 4. And what about this Pega 7 Express? Means this is the one. Switch to express mode. So this express mode, on the first day I explained about this option. So in case if the business analyst wants to implement the application at the high level, okay, not in detail. So if he just wanted to show to the end user while gathering the requirements, okay, if you wanted to show how exactly this application will be displayed, then through this express mode, we can create the dummy application. Okay, so this is also one of the portal. See here. So if you select the express mode, it is going to change the look and feel of the current portal. So that means it is loading the express portal. See, this is what the Pega Express portal. Like this. So totally this operator contains 5 portals. So this total look and feel of this web page is the portal. Portal. So in case if you want to switch back, again select the same option. Switch to the Designer Studio. So when you select to the switch to Designer Studio, again you will come to the developer portal. Okay. So likewise, this access group, okay, contains the application on which you are going to work, and again the portals on which he can move, he can change, and then available roles. Okay, available role means what? So as we discussed, so each and every operator will be having different privileges. Okay, each and every operator will be having different privileges. Manager will be having more privileges. This admin at sbi.com will be having still more privileges. But the customer will be having very less privileges. And the shopkeeper will be having less privileges than the manager. So that kind of the roles where we can specify means we can specify in the available roles. So currently this access group contains Pega Rules Security Administrator, SBI Insurance Administrator, SBI Insurance Pega API. So likewise, if you want to add some more, you can add. In case if you don't want to give these permissions to the end user, then we can delete it. This is the delete option, this is the open option, and this is the add one more option, add role. Okay, add portal, even if you want to add some more portals. So likewise, you can add it here. So I hope you all remember, I said about this text box with small right side corner, blue color option. So this is what called what? This is the auto complete. Okay, that means when you are typing something, okay, so if you press the down arrow, it will come like this. Okay, if you press the down arrow, just to place your pointer in that autocomplete and press the down arrow. So it will show you all the available options in this particular text box. So from this also we can select something. Okay, if you want to add any other portal for this person, you can select that here. Okay, so like this here, delete it, delete it, delete it. Okay, so if you want to save it, just to save it. Okay, remember, right? So where we can change the operator ID password. Okay, opening this particular operator, and from the operator we can go to the security tab, update the password. Okay, so and force password change on the next login you can remove, so to not to ask the password again. And in the after that, from the operator ID we can open the access group. Okay, from the access group we can select, okay, on which application he should work. Okay, in case I want to access this person the different application. Okay, so remove that, just press the down arrow. See. In this computer, there are various applications available. DM sample and Pega rules, you have seen that. But along with that, you have something called GPMC app, okay, Pega BC, Pega DM, Pega NLP, okay, PGN app, Prestige app. So like that, there are various apps available. So on which application he should work, you can select this one. Okay, so currently we are working on SBI insurance. Okay, and then the version. Okay, so right now we have only one version. So in the drop down, you could see only one here. Save it. Okay. So this is mainly the application, operator ID and access group. So in the access group, we are going to specify on which application you will be working, on which portals, and what are the roles available. Okay. So now I have created framework application. So if you select the app, you will be seeing that the organization, SBI ORG, and this is the framework. And then for the insurance, and this is the work I wanted to implement. Okay, so in case if you want to see the parent directed inheritance class, right click on this, select definition. Okay, it will open the class instance. Okay, so here again it has created concrete class. Why? Because this is the work object creation we are doing. Okay, on which version? And this is a class group. So this is the top level. And inside again work class, we will be creating again whatever you want, like vehicle insurance or something else, term insurance. Okay. So this is the PYID again. Okay, which is like a primary key. And again, so find by name first, that is the pattern, and then parent class, that is the work dash cover. You see. Okay, I said, okay, in PRPC, everything will be inherited with work dash or work dash derived classes. Okay, here work dash cover. So why it is work dash cover? So why not only work dash? Okay, why not only work dash? Why it is work dash cover? Means, okay, this is the class group. Okay, it is going to grouping few of the work objects. So that is the reason why it will be work dash cover. But when you go to the actual work class like vehicle insurance, then that will be the work dash class will be there. Okay, like, okay, you would be knowing, right? Okay, any cover means what? In the cover, we are going to keep few of the things. When you go to the supermarket, okay, you are going to purchase many items and keeping in the cover. So in that same way here also, all the work objects related to one particular category will be kept in one of the same category of the class. That is the work dash cover. So that is the reason why, as it is the class group and as it is the parent class, so it will be derived from the directed parent class, that is a work dash cover. Then save it. Okay, guys. So is it fine, or else you feel burden, or else how exactly you are feeling? Are you feeling comfortable? The things. Fine, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, good. So now I have created framework class. So I also want to create implementation application. Okay, so let's try that as well. And can I continue or else wanted to stop it? So I created one application for framework and I just wanted to create one more application. So can I go ahead? It may take another 5 to 10 minutes. That's it.
No problem.
Sorry?
No problem. Continue, please.
Okay, great. So let's go ahead. So now I wanted to create one more new application. Okay. Here are you able to see something? Earlier we were having only 4. Now what is S? See this. SBA Insurance Application Framework. I created the framework application. So that is the reason why you are able to see here. That means, okay, now I want to create some implementation application which is on top of this SBA framework, SBA Insurance Application Framework. Okay, so what type of application do you want to build? Okay, I want to build a new application which is implementation, but on top of the SBA Insurance. In case if you want to create same as SBA Insurance, then you can select this. But mine is implementation, so select custom and use this application type. Again, it should be responsive for all the devices. Let's have default color scheme only. New application name, what you want to give? SBI Vehicle Insurance. Okay, so now it is specific to the vehicle application, vehicle insurance only. So again, go to the advanced configuration. So again here, this time it is the implementation. Earlier we have selected framework, but this time it is a implementation. That is for SBI vehicle. Okay, again change this organization name for SBI organization only. Okay, and what is this division and unit? I already told you, right? So now you select that one. Okay, SBI vehicle div. SBI. Under the SBI, insurance is the division and then unit is the vehicle, like that. Okay, otherwise we can give SBI vehicle division and under that SBI HR unit. Okay. So in case if you want to create 3 separate layers for them, you can also create it. Generate division layer. So when you select this generate division layer, it is also asking, do you want to create generate unit layer? And it is refreshing. Whenever I select the checkbox, it is refreshing. So you got to know what exactly it is adding. When you remove this checkbox, it is only having SBI ORG, okay, application SBI vehicle, and then work class is work. Okay, but when you select this division, see here, along with the organization, you also got one more thing, SBI V. Okay, the division layer, it is going to create it. Okay, in case if you select unit, you see SBI HR unit also, it is going to create it. Okay, so likewise, what all are the layers you wanted to create? Okay. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, the class was suddenly stopped. What happened?
I think here the power has gone and connected.
Okay.
Okay. So are you able to see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So here, based on the checkbox you are selecting, like division and unit layer, okay, it is going to create separate layers for that: organization layer, division layer, and then unit layer. Okay, likewise, there are various layers it is going to create. So let's go ahead with creating different layers for that, and then select save button. Okay, and then create the application. Yeah, it's created. And again, the operator who should have the access to this application. Okay, so let's give the same operator ID which we created. admin@sbi.com. So this operator ID will be having access to both the applications. Yeah, it's been added. Okay, now done. So let's log off and see what happens for the admin@sbi.com. See, now it has the access to two applications. One is the framework application and the other one is the implementation work class, implementation application. See, SBI vehicle insurance. See, like this. Okay, so SBI ORG organization, okay, division, and then unit. Under that vehicle, under that work class. Okay, guys. So this is the application accelerator also called. So through the application wizard, through the new application wizard, we have created two applications here today. Okay. So do you have any queries, or are you clear about creating the application and then changing the password and then opening the current operator, and then for the current operator, the various applications access groups and the applications which we have created. So the switching of these applications from the switch application, and then once if you open the access group, what exactly you can give, like, okay, various portals, and then the application, and then the roles. Okay, I hope everybody is clear. So from tomorrow we can continue how exactly we can create the flow or else the functionality of this particular application for applying the vehicle loan, okay, vehicle insurance, how exactly we can go further. Okay, so can we close it up? If you have any queries, let me know, otherwise we can wind up. Okay, great. Okay, then have a good day. Bye.